Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, thank you for coming this presentation. I'm glad to see you all. Okay, in this occasion we would like to present our presentation about the backward design of the curriculum. Before that, let me introduce myself and my partner. I am Putri Linggogeni as a moderator and also as a speaker one, and then Marina Sakoikoi as a speaker two. And also we would like to say thank you for our lecturer, Miss Dian Meka MPD. Okay, the first material will be explained by me. Okay, the first one is definition of backward design. Backward design, also called backward planning or backward mapping, it is a process that educators use to design learning experiences and instructional techniques to achieve specific learning goals. Backward design begins with the objectives of a unit or a course, what students are expected to learn and be able to do, and then proceed backward to create lessons that achieve those desired goals. In most public schools, the educational goals of a course or unit will be a given stats learning standards. Example consists written descriptions of what students are expected to know and be able to do at a specific stage of their education. Backward design helps teachers create courses and units that are focused on the goal rather than the process, because beginning with the end is often a counterintuitive process. Backward design gives educators a structure they can follow when creating a curriculum and planning their instructional process. Advocates of backward design would argue that the instructional process should serve the goals. The goals and the results for students should not be determined by the process. Okay, the next one we have backward designs process. Backward designs process is divided into three parts. The first one is identify desired result. The second one is determine assessment evidence. And the third one is plan learning experiences. Let me discuss this process one by one. The first is identify desired result. This is step where you ask what should the students know, understand, and be able to do at the end of the class course, module training, and academic program. Start by identifying the big ideas and skills, so known as the desired results. Next, determine assessment evidence. It is how will we determine if the desired results occurred. What will we accept as evidence of students' understanding and proficiency? In this step, we start to think of the scores in the terms of the evidence we will collect from our assessment and how we can document and prove that the desired learning outcomes have been achieved. The last plan learning experiences. What learning activities and content will lead to desired results? We have identified the result in the appropriate evidence already, so that it's time to think about the most appropriate instructional activities and content delivery.
Okay, I'm going to explain about example of backward design approaches in language teaching. The first, needs analysis. Identifying learning outcomes or objective is often seen to depend upon a systematic analysis of the learner's communicative need and image in the 1960s as part of the system approach to curriculum development, an aspect of the prevalent philosophy of educational accountability from which the use of objective was also derived, Staffelbeam, 1985. And the second one, task-based language teaching or version 2. Need analysis is also the starting point for curriculum development in some versions of task-based language teaching and is used to determine an inventory of target tasks learners need to be able to master in the target language. The design of task-based syllabus preferably start with an analysis of student need. And the last example of backward design approaches in language teaching is competency-based instruction (CPBI). Competency-based instruction is another widely used example of backward design. With CPBI, the starting point of curriculum design is a specification of the learning outcomes in terms of competencies, the knowledge, skills, and behavior learner involved in performing everyday tasks and activity and which learners should master at the end of a course of study. Curriculum development with CPBI starts from a similar stage as TBLI in the version described above. Okay, I think that's all explanation about example of backward design approach in language teaching. Thank you.
Okay, that's all of our presentation today. Thank you very much for your great attentions, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.